Welcome to This Week with Old Sarge. This week, talking about writing down important things. You see something going south, going sideways real fast when you're a state trooper, might be a real good idea to start taking some real good notes about who, what, when, where, and why, contemporaneous to the scene that's going on. Case in point. Working out at a big wash, shout out to you guys, midnight shift way back when, get a call of a single car into a tree out on the rural road, way out in the middle of nowhere. Woo! Head on out there. Sure enough, there's a car. Road goes right. Car went straight right into a tree, right next to a huge old drop-off ravine. Pull up there, flip on the emergency lights, hit the camera on. Go up there, start looking for people in need of medical attention in this car because it is pretty far into this tree. Woo! Nobody in the car, but the driver's door is ajar, like somebody opened it up and then just kind of let it come back again. Seatbelt obviously used. No airbags in this car, so there is blood on the steering wheel. Not a whole lot of blood, not just a little bit of blood, but kind of in between amount of blood. So whoever hit that tree when they're driving that car smacked their doggone face right in the middle of that steering wheel. Now, somebody gets smacked in the face that hard. Hopefully they had the presence of mind, and when they opened this door, which they apparently did, that there was a big old drop-off right there. And they didn't go down that doggone drop-off in that big old gully way the hell down there, ass over tea kettle. Hurt themselves all over again. Got to do your due diligence. No one's in the car. Looks like that's what happened. Go right down that hill. Me and my midnight partner looking. Got them flashlights out looking, all these brush and doggone bushes and trees and high weeds and vines and everything else. Looking. Get all the way down the bottom, can't find nothing. Yelling, yo, state police, anybody down there? Hello. Nothing. Come back up top of the hill. It's a lady there in her car next to the doggone fire truck. She says that's her son's car. He was on the way home. He had called her. Lives right up the hill there just a little bit. From her house, you can see all the emergency lights. Came down to see what was going on. I said, well, was there anybody else in the car with you, son? Because we can't find anybody. Can't find anybody associated with this car. She said, no, he was in that car by himself, she says. All right. Now, she is not a pleasant person. She is very crossways. You can tell the old mama bear is coming out pretty hard, but it's not just mama bear. She's looking to pick a doggone fight. This is the kind of person that just comes down to start something so she can make a doggone complaint. Seen these folks before. Her type, that is. So I said, ma'am, our only concern right now is finding your son, making sure that he is okay. Is there some place he would go? Is there a relative's house nearby, a friend's house? Did he go to your house? We just need to make sure that he is okay. And boy, she ain't having none of it. She doesn't want to be cooperative about anything. She finally says, you want to come up and check my house? You come up and check my house. All right, that's the only information we're getting out of her. Go up there and check her house out. Son's not there. Going back down the accident scene, get a canine out. Said, we got to track this fella, Sarge. Staying up on what's going on at the station there. Proves the canine, because we got to find this guy. If he rolled down this hill and his head's all screwed from smacking into that steering wheel, maybe he had every intention of walking to mom's house or somebody else's house, but he ain't thinking right, and he got himself turned around, and maybe he just wandered off in the woods in the wrong direction. Got to find him. Due diligence. Got to do it. Now, pretty sure I know what's going on. Old son here was drunk. Almost made it all the way home before he speared that tree with the front of his car. And he took off on foot to beat the doggone drinking or driving. All right. Just let us know that you're doggone okay. You're alive somewhere. Got the K9 out there, day shift's coming on, sergeant's sending them out. He's briefing their day shift supervisor because we keep looking until we find them. Could be out there hurt somewhere. Got to do everything you can to find them. Dog is running down through the woods chasing some kind of scent. It's just going on and on. Day shift has arrived. They're taking over the scene. I was even nice enough to let her call her own tow truck and tow that car right up to the doggone house. Trying to be nice about this. She ain't having any. Going back to the station, logging up, day shift continuing on. We go home to get some sleep. Coming in for another night shift that night. Come rolling in there, day shift supervisor said, this woman called and she ain't happy. Says such time she found her son, blah, 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 how everybody's incompetent in the state police, especially this guy right here, and just going on and on and on and on. She's going to make a complaint. You're going to lose your job, all that kind of crap. It's like, yeah. Okay, very good. I've been keeping notes. I started keeping notes as soon as I got back to the station after I cleared that scene before I went home. Nice, copious notes. Time, dates, who said what, who did what we did, all this stuff, keeping a whole running list of what was going on, right down the line. Wrote it down so I didn't have to remember it. She's going on and on with this phone message thing, Sergeant's telling me from the day shift. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I pretty much got it. I'll give her a call, see if I can't find out, get a statement from the son, whatever, all that kind of stuff, because I got to finish the accident report. But he is getting the doggone tickets for careless driving and leaving the scene of an accident, failure to report, that old thing there. I've had it with this guy. He got away with his drunk, but he's going to get stuck with the other tickets. Wasted all kinds of time. Doggone everybody involved. Ain't happy. So the rest of the squad comes in. We sat down for the roll call, and I said, look here. Some stuff ain't lining up pretty good. Supposedly this lady called in the station during the day shift. She gave this time she found her son. So I think she's full of shit. I turned to one of my troopers. I said, I want you to get down there to the local hospital. I want you to talk to the security guard. I want you to see if you can pull up any video footage of what time they arrived at the doggone hospital. And I want you to verify that their date and time stamp on that video was accurate. And he's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I will take care of it. To his credit, he came back in a couple hours with a doggone DVD. He said, she's a lying sack of shit. I got it all right here. Sure enough, we throw that in the computer and fire it up. Now, she found her son way longer before that. Obviously pulled up to the local hospital, recognized the vehicle, because we've been at the house. Got the old family truckster. See him helping old used to be drunk driving son into the hospital, because he ain't looking too good with his face all swole up, going right in the emergency room. I got you. I got you. So I keep this big old file, everything. Copy the accident report, the whole bit. Got everything in there. Just hanging on to that. Because sure enough, she makes a complaint down at division headquarters. Division headquarters, oops, people take that complaint, look at it and go, we're going to boot that up to troop headquarters. Let them take a look at it. Troop headquarters takes a look at it and says, you know what, we're going to boot this down to the big wash. Let one of their sergeants take care of it. Do a whole investigation, type it all up, and send it back to us. Then we'll send that up to division and all that kind of crap that happens with that kind of thing. She has accused me of every doggone thing in this complaint. Woo, attitude and demeanor, incompetence, blah, blah, blah. You just name it, it's in there. It's big. It's a big complaint. So the time comes where I sit down with one of the sergeants at the station who's doing the investigation. He's already looked at patrol charts. He looked at the VCR tape that was in the car and the whole bit. And he's like, I talked to this lady. I need to sit down and talk to you about this. Get your side of things. And I said, hang on just a second, I'm going to help you out. Go in the other room to where my mailbox is, pull out my file folder, put it down right in front of him. I said, it's all right in there. It's all written down. Who, what, when, where, and why, all date and time stamp, the whole bit's right there. And he's looking through there and he's like, holy crap. And I'm like, yeah, she's lying. She's lying. She knew where her son was that night. Now, I can't prove that, but I can prove by the time that she says that she found her son, they were already back from the doggone hospital. DVD right there. Video of them coming in. Later on, video of them coming back out. And it's only after that, a long time after that, that she called the station and said she found her son. It's full of shit. He's like, woo, can I have this? I said, well, you can have a copy of it, but you can't have the original. That original stays with this guy right here. He's like, fair enough. Burn off copy of it. Here's a copy of the DVD. Goes all the way up to troop headquarters. Goes all the way down to division headquarters. Disproved everything she said. Videotape, everything I wrote down, the DVD from the hospital, all of it disproved everything she had to say, except for doggone malfunction with that stupid troop car camera. Cheapest bit of crap. Hit that thing on record when I got there, with the emergency lights. My fault. I said, I knew better. Check and make sure that record light comes on. So there's a couple minutes missing of that doggone incident at the very beginning. Because I checked when I got back in the car and saw it was off and hit that thing on. Made sure she was running. So, what do I get out of all that instead of getting fired and all that? Got me a doggone PN for not turning the camera on. When I arrived at the incident. She doggone stupid ass fucking equipment. Not my fault. But anyway, I'll take it. Give me that PN. I'll sign her up. Put my signature about that big on it. I ain't worried at all. Just a PN. I got a whole doggone files full of them things. I'll follow with the rest of them. So write down things when you know things are going south. Then you got to remember. And you can sure make them doggone tickets stick in court, and they sure as hell did. So, shout out section this week. All my B troopers out there holding true to their oath. Out there doing the JOB, keeping us safe. We appreciate what you're doing. And you best be keeping track of each other, doggone it. Military, we appreciate what you're doing out there at home and overseas. Holding that line, standing that post. And there's a lot of little sneaky stuff going on right now, too, that y'all involved in, and we appreciate what you're doing. So thank you. Thank you very much. So till next week, me and Christmas Pig. Bye now.